It's not uncommon for individuals to train with only a single rep range in their whole program. Of course, this isn't bad. Positive adaptations will unquestionably still take place. But as we'll examine in this video, training with different rep ranges may provide a variety of potential benefits. When I say training with different rep ranges, I'm mainly referring to training an exercise with different rep ranges on different days of the week. But training a specific muscle group with different exercises performed with different rep ranges also applies. For example, you may train your quads with leg presses, squats, and leg extensions, either in a session or a weekly schedule. You may train the squats with sets of 6 repetitions, the leg extensions with sets of 12 reps, and the leg extensions with sets of 25 reps. Let's dive straight in. Before detailing what training with different rep ranges can do, it's worth understanding what it doesn't do, as a misconception around this exists. As mentioned in other videos, per set, reps between 6 and 35 are similarly effective for increasing overall muscle size, provided those reps are performed to or close to failure. Some speculate despite the similar increases in muscle size, low and higher reps may grow different muscle fiber types. Very broadly, muscles contain slow and fast twitch fibers. Slow twitch fibers are highly fatigue resistant but produce low forces. Fast twitch fibers produce high forces but are very fatigable. It's speculated lower reps with heavier loads preferentially grow fast twitch fibers, while higher reps with lighter loads preferentially grow slow twitch muscle fibers. So combining low and higher reps in a program ensures optimal development of all fiber types. Yet, the evidence suggests this isn't quite correct. A meta-analysis by Gurgic combined the results of 5 studies. In the papers, the higher reps involved around 20 to 40 reps performed to or close to failure, with loads between 30 and 50% 1 rep max, while the low reps involved 3 to 10 reps performed to or close to failure, with 75 to 90% 1 rep max loads. It was found both low and high reps similarly grew the slow and fast twitch muscle fibers. Thus, so long as reps are performed to or close to failure, both low and high reps are similarly effective at developing slow and fast twitch fibers. Though different rep ranges produce similar hypertrophy, including similar slow and fast twitch fiber hypertrophy as just established, other fitness attributes are optimized with either higher or lower reps. So training with different rep ranges can be a highly efficacious way to concurrently develop different fitness attributes. This can be great for overall health and well-being, a point notable for non-professional or non-competitive lifters. Lower reps better optimize the maximum load you can lift for a single rep, termed your 1 rep max, via increasing your skill with heavier loads and better promoting neural adaptations that enhance your ability to recruit and expose your muscle fibers to tension. The literature consistently finds strength is notable for longevity. One cohort study found regardless of muscle mass, low muscle strength was independently associated with an elevated risk of death from all causes in individuals above the age of 50. Lower reps with heavier loads may potentially be superior for bone strength. Though higher reps can certainly enhance bone density, the literature seems to more consistently find heavier loads produces greater effects. Higher reps, of course, better promote endurance adaptations. Numerous studies indicate higher reps more effectively increase the number of reps you can complete with a given percentage of your 1 rep max. These endurance gains may be explained by higher reps better producing mitochondria and blood vessel alterations. Mitochondria are components within muscle fibers that play a crucial role in generating energy for things including muscle contraction. And more blood vessels increase the ability of the body to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the muscle, as well as remove waste products. A 2019 Canadian study found, as we'd expect, training to failure with a 30% 1 rep max load was similarly effective for slow and fast twitch fiber hypertrophy to an 80% 1 rep max load. Yet, increases in the content of several mitochondrial related proteins were superior when training with a 30% 1 rep max load. Having healthy mitochondria function and numbers plays a crucial role in overall health. As for blood vessels, one study actually found no statistical difference in capillarization between training with 20 to 25 reps or 8 to 12 reps, yet the percentages did favor the 20 to 25 reps. Physiologically, there's reason to believe higher reps would more consistently produce the formation of new blood vessels, as the stimuli that achieves this is hypoxia and shear stress, two things that are going to be enhanced with higher reps. Over the long term, concurrent development of various fitness attributes achieved through training with different rep ranges may not only benefit overall health, but also potentially hypertrophy. Let's explore this. Most studies find no difference in hypertrophy between training with a single rep range or training with different rep ranges, but a limitation is these studies largely last 12 weeks or less. In the long term, as just alluded to, there could be a difference between the two. For example, a 2003 study from the USA found in previously untrained women training for 9 months, compared to training with the same rep range, training with different rep ranges per week ultimately led to greater increases in fat-free mass. Now, this is far from strong evidence, it's just one study conducted on previously untrained women, and fat-free mass is far from the most precise muscle growth measurement. Nevertheless, an array of potential paths exist by which training with different rep ranges could benefit hypertrophy. Firstly, we know lower reps optimize neural adaptations that enhance your ability to recruit and expose your muscle fibers to tension. This is notable because mechanical tension is the primary hypertrophy stimulus. That is, muscle fibers can detect the tension they produce and transduce it into a signaling cascade that produces hypertrophy. Thus, having a better ability to recruit and expose your muscle fibers to tension via neural adaptations can enhance the overall mechanical tension you experience during your set of repetitions. The fact is, not all individuals have an equal capacity to recruit and expose their fibers to tension. Moreover, it can depend on the muscle in question. One study established around 15.5% of the muscle activation potential of the quadriceps was inaccessible to individuals, whereas these values were 5% for the elbow flexors and calves. So in cases where muscles cannot be easily recruited from the onset, neural adaptations from lower reps may change this and enhance one's ability to expose a muscle to greater overall mechanical tension. Secondly, the endurance benefits provided by higher reps, such as the formation of new blood vessels like capillaries, may have hypertrophic benefit. Interestingly, some data indicates capillarization may have associations with hypertrophy. A 2017 study from Canada found in older men, those with higher capillarization of fast-twitch muscle fibers from the vastus lateralis ultimately saw the greatest fast-twitch fiber hypertrophy in response to lifting weights. Another 2019 study found similar things in older men. Subjects with greater capillarization of vastus lateralis fibers saw greater vastus lateralis hypertrophy. In younger individuals, a fascinating 2022 study from Canada found those who saw the greatest fast-twitch fiber capillarization from aerobic training in the vastus lateralis tended to see greater vastus lateralis fast-twitch fiber growth in response to a subsequent 10-week resistance training period. On top of this, it's important individuals recognize lifting weights is fairly aerobically demanding, despite what it may seem. For example, a 200-meter sprint, something considered very anaerobic, still involves a 29% contribution from the aerobic system. Also, recovery between sets, performance on later sets in a session, and recovery between sessions are going to be reliant on the aerobic system to a large degree. So the aerobic adaptations provided by higher reps can enhance all of these things. Finally, higher reps are more painful than lower reps, but developing the capacity to withstand pain and continue can be beneficial. Getting accustomed to the pain associated with a set of 20 to 30 reps to or close to failure is going to make a set of 8 reps to or close to failure feel like a breeze. I should note dedicated aerobic training is going to be superior for aerobic adaptations versus higher reps, especially for central adaptations related to the heart. So this is one reason why I believe aerobic training can be of great utility to lifters, plus it just makes you feel great. More on this in the future. In any case, I still believe higher reps have their place even if you're performing aerobic training, as remember mitochondria and blood vessel adaptations are specific to the muscle being trained. so high reps can help spur aerobic adaptations in muscles not involved in your dedicated aerobic training modality. The research tends to find that training with different rep ranges does produce greater strength adaptations versus training with a single rep range. However, a notable limitation is the groups training with different rep ranges ultimately train more frequently with lower reps versus the groups training with a single rep range. So this may explain the greater strength gains rather than using different rep ranges per se. So more research is needed to determine if training with different rep ranges truly enhances long-term strength gains. In any event, this data at least shows training with different rep ranges is unquestionably going to be effective for strength gains. Both low and high reps similarly increase fast and slow twitch fiber size, so training with different rep ranges on the assumption that different rep ranges preferentially target slow or fast twitch fiber growth is incorrect. However, training with different rep ranges can be effective for concurrently developing different fitness attributes, something beneficial for overall health and longevity. Furthermore, there are potential avenues by which training with different rep ranges could potentially enhance long-term muscle growth. As for strength, more research is needed to determine if training with different rep ranges is superior. If you've made it this far, I have a free ebook you might like. It's the ultimate guide to bench pressing for strength and/or hypertrophy, with over 100 scientific references. Whether you train for strength and/or hypertrophy, we discuss technical factors like grip width and bar path, training factors, rep ranges, volume and frequency, comparisons between the bench press and other similar exercises, and other fascinating science conducted on the bench press. Access the ebook via the link in the description or comments.